Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to update you on our homeschooling journey. We get asked a lot if we're still homeschooling, if we're planning on sending our children back to school, mainstream schooling, and so far everything is working out really well for us. It has been, we've had to make major adjustments in our lives because when you start homeschooling, the dynamics of your home change dramatically. I find that before, when I started, I had to focus on schooling and curriculum, extra activities, socialization, all of those things. I was really focused on those things. But right now, because we have a pretty good hand on those aspects of homeschooling, now getting the rest of our life in tune with our homeschooling has been what I've been focusing on a little bit more. Schooling is definitely still a focus that we're still trying to fine tune, but it's not as much as it was before, because before we were still just like trying to see where the balance was for our home, because for every home it's going to be different. But for right now, what I am trying to do is to balance out the rest of our home, because I've mentioned this before in a previous video where I talk about the fact that when you start homeschooling, the dynamics change so much that you have to really adjust to absolutely everything in your home. I was used to cleaning my house when my children went off to school. Immediately, I would bring them to school. If it was a volunteer day for me, I would stay at the school, leave a little bit earlier than they would come home, and then I would come home and I would clean through everything in my house and then go and pick them up. And now I don't have that. I don't have that time just to clean in my zone. When I'm cleaning, I usually like to just move quickly, and it's easier for me to clean by myself. But now I have to, they're getting older, so they have to be incorporated in the cleaning process so that they are that's a part of their training as well. So I have been trying to focus on incorporating my cleaning schedule, deep cleaning, pickup cleaning, all of that into our lives. And that was more of a challenge than I thought it would be. But so far, it's been working out. I do find that I have to plan for everything in my day, or else something gets left out or something gets jumbled or rushed through. So I have been definitely planning, like physically planning in my planner a lot more. I actually have multiple planners right now that I'm working with that has been working out for me. I'm hoping for the new year that I will be able to find a way to have a more condensed version of the journals that I'm using or the planners that I'm using, so that I don't have so many of them. But then I don't really know that I want to have like this big giant journal that has all of the different things that I need, instead of just being able to work on them piece by piece. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. That's a thing that needs to be fine-tuned. I find that if I don't write down the things that I need to do for the day, it just doesn't turn out right. In the same way, I realized in the beginning of our homeschooling that if I didn't get dressed in, just as if I'm going to work, my day is not as productive. Like today we have PE. We have PE on Mondays and Thursdays. And so today I just have on an outfit that will be simple for me to go and do PE with them. Generally speaking, their dad does PE with them when his schedule allows him to be there for it. And right now it does allow him to be there for our PE class. But I think that I'm normally on Mondays, I'm not there for their PE class. But for today, I am going to be there. So I just put on an outfit that would be good for their PE class. And I do find that it makes a big difference for myself mentally, just being more productive in the school day and for my workload that I have for the day. I also found that meal prepping has been a saving thing for me, because it does take a lot of time for me to meal prep. When I get home from the supermarket, sometimes I'm standing there in the kitchen for a good 2 hours, and I am just chopping and seasoning and packing. And it does take a lot of time in the beginning, but then throughout the week, it is wonderful, because I got sick a little while ago and I literally didn't want to do much of anything, but then I had all of these meals prepped in the freezer, so I could just take them out, pop them into the oven, or my husband would just take it out and just pop it into the oven or pop it into an electric appliance, and that was just it. We actually all got sick. We were sick all at the same time, which is very rare, especially when the big guy goes down, then you know it's a pretty bad strain of whatever it is that we have going through the house. But the meal prepping has been a big thing. And I know with a coach that I work with, Coach Ty, she tells us in the group that we're in that if you don't prepare to succeed, you prepare to fail. And that has definitely been something I've been thinking about as far as preparing for school and things like that. So that's just an update for you guys. Yes, we are still homeschooling. We're still going strong. We face different challenges now that my children are getting a little bit older with the people that we meet up with. I'll make that another video. But I wanted to share with you our new classroom. We were originally in our front sitting room, and then we went to our back room, which is our dining room. And then for about a week last year, we went down to the basement. Literally, that didn't even last one day. I had the whole thing set up for an entire week, and the very first day of school, we had morning meeting, and as soon as we started class, everybody went upstairs. We were not used to being downstairs. We have lots of windows. You can see we have lots of open sunlight in our home, and whereas the basement has sunlight, it is not like this. And so I think that it wasn't a very good atmosphere for them, because they do like to have the sunlight in on them. So that did not last. The classroom itself was downstairs for a week, but it was a day, and everyone just moved right upstairs. And so we had to move our classroom all the way upstairs, and I will give you a preview of that. Well, I'll show that to you. I'll show you the classroom so that you can see where it is now and how we have it set up. And set up for 3 different children for 3 different levels is a little bit difficult. Not a little bit, it's very difficult. But we've been able to do that, and it has been working out really well. So I will show you the classroom, and I will show you what I'm wearing for a gym class today. So I'm wearing my favorite sweatshirt from Victoria's Secret, and it just has the hand band that goes over your thumb, and I love anything that has that on it because it just prevents you from getting cold when you're out jogging, running, walking, whatever you're doing. It just keeps you so warm. And I have on a bodycon dress. Normally I wear a dress almost every day. I wear jeans sometimes, but for the most part I wear a dress. I don't have on any jewelry this morning because we have gym. I'm not wearing any makeup, just some lip gloss, and I'm wearing my favorite hat, and the skirt just comes a little bit above the knee. It is going to be very easy for me to move and do whatever I have to do in this skirt, in this dress, so it'll be good. I'm probably going to put on some leggings with this outfit, and I'll put on my sneakers. I have some gray sneakers that I'll put on, and I'll put on some leggings with this outfit, and so that's what I'm doing for gym today. So let's go on to the classroom. So this is an overview of our classroom, and I kind of have to go down the stairs to get the overview. This is basically what it looks like, and I did it in reverse. Then I'll come down. I'm going down the stairs now. We use every drop of this hallway. This is a hallway at the top of our stairs. I'm sorry, my children are outside having gym class right now with their dad, and so the dog is losing his mind because he can't be involved in what they're doing. Okay, baby. Okay. So when we start, I'm sorry, the sun is like blinding you right now, but when we start off in our geography section, and we have our world map, we have a blackboard, and all of our items that pertain to geography. Yes, honey. And then we come into our reading corner, and I have some of my daughter's artwork up here that I love so much, but this is usually where she sits and she does her reading. And I don't think, my boys usually don't sit here, but my daughter sits here all the time. And then we go over to our main area for our classroom. And this is where my children sit. We have 6th grade, 8th grade, and then 1st grade on the end. So this is 6th grade, and they have their little chair pouches to put all of their things in that they need to store. I try to get them not to keep too much on their desks because it usually serves as a distraction, but that doesn't always work. And then this is my 8th grade. She does not have a chair back. I think she felt that it was a little juvenile, and so she took hers off. And I just said that's fine. She has her little things on her desk, and she doesn't usually get too distracted with that. And this chalkboard I love so much. My sister actually bought those for them. It is rose gold and the cutest thing. I love them so much. And they use those, because it's magnetic, she uses it as a little area to put her reminder items there. And then she has some assignments that she's turning in, and so those are sitting here on her desk. She has a lap book that she's working on that we will actually be working on this today. And so that's all the stuff that she has on her desk. She's very, very organized, and I can usually use her as an example for my boys so that they do the right thing. And then this is first grade, and he has lots of things on his desk that he really shouldn't, but we had last week off, and so the desks kind of collected a lot of things that they were drawing and things like that, but it's okay. And yes, he does have a chair back as well. And then over here, I have my desk and all of the printers. The top one is a wireless printer, so everyone can print to it. But this is my area where I work. I just got this chair, and I am so excited about it. It was from a secondhand store, and it is absolutely amazing and comfortable, and I am going to cover it. I'm just looking for the perfect fabric for it. Then over here we have some to-go items that we take on when we go to our meetings or when we go to trips in the car. When we take trips in the car and I still want them to work, that is where we keep most of those things. And so I have some items on the top that actually have to be filed away that were gifted to us. And I have to file them away so that they are easily accessible. And then over here we have all of our daily activity items. These are things that we use absolutely every day. This is where we put my first graders spelling words every day, and we do word families over here as well, consonant blends and things like that. And then this is where we store everything. And this area tends to get very messy at times simply because there is so much stuff over here, and the reality is it gets used every day, and so every day there's something that's used here. So here I'm going to try to step back so that you can get an overview of the entire area. This is some artwork that a friend of mine gave me that I'm absolutely in love with. So here we go. We go from the manipulatives corner to my desk area to first grade. Say hi, first grade. Hi. And then we go around, and then we go to the beginning that leads down the stairs. And like I said, this is where we started off, and then we came, well, we did a trip before we got here, but then we came here. And so far, this has been a very productive space for us.